the wait is over. Carlos Alcaraz now knows who he will face in his opening match at Indian Wells. French tennis player Quentin Halys, currently ranked number 64 in the world, secured his place in the second round after an arduous battle against Spain's Pablo Carreño. Their match was heavily disrupted by weather conditions, stretching over 2 days. Halys took the first set 6-3 on Thursday before torrential rain forced the postponement of the second set. When play resumed on Friday night, Halys maintained his momentum, closing out the match with a 6-3, 6-4 victory. This win not only ended Carreño's impressive 11-match winning streak but also marked the third time in his career that Halys has defeated the Spaniard. With this result, the Frenchman has earned the right to challenge Carlos Alcaraz in the second round of Indian Wells. For Alcaraz, this will be his debut in the tournament, as he received a first round bye due to his seeded status. This will be the first ever meeting between Alcaraz and Halys on the professional circuit. Indian Wells will serve as the stage for their inaugural showdown, where Alcaraz enters as the overwhelming favorite, not just to win the match but to potentially claim his third consecutive title at the event. Halys arrives at this match in solid form, having recently reached the semi-finals of the Dubai Tennis Championships, where he fell to Felix Auger-Aliassime in a grueling 3-set battle, 7-5, 4-6, 3-6. En route to the semi-finals, Halys secured an impressive victory over world number 6 Andrei Rublev in the round of 16, marking his first career win against a top 10 player. He also eliminated Spain's Roberto Bautista Agut in the quarterfinals, proving to be a tough opponent for Spanish players in recent weeks. His upcoming encounter with Alcaraz is undoubtedly the biggest match of his career at 28 years old. Known for his powerful serve, formidable forehand, and sharp court awareness, Halys has the tools to pose a challenge, though he will need to be at his absolute best to trouble the reigning champion. Born into a family with a deep passion for tennis, Quentin Halys picked up a racket at just 5 years old. Inspired by legends such as Roger Federer and Gael Monfils, he set his sights on breaking into the ATP's top 100 and making his mark against the world's best players. His junior career began in 2010 on the ITF circuit, where he participated in his first official tournaments, securing his maiden title at the Patras event in Tarbes. The following year, he won his first junior championship in Qatar and later made his Grand Slam junior debut at the 2012 Australian Open. The 2024 season proved to be a defining moment in his career. Halys reached the quarterfinals at various ITF Futures events and captured 2 titles in a single month, a breakthrough that earned him a wild card entry into the French Open. There, he faced the ultimate challenge, going up against the King of Clay, Rafael Nadal, in the first round at Roland Garros. Although the Spaniard emerged victorious with a 6-3, 6-3, 6-4 win, the experience served as a major milestone in Halys' development. In 2025, Halys faced another enormous test when he went head-to-head with Novak Djokovic in the second round of the Australian Open. After defeating Croatian Ivan Dodig in the opening round, he struggled against the 24-time Grand Slam champion, falling 6-1, 6-2, 7-6. Now, his next challenge will be none other than Carlos Alcaraz, a player known for his relentless energy and ability to thrive in high-pressure situations. While Alcaraz gears up for his tournament debut, Indian Wells has already witnessed a major upset. One of the top contenders for the title, Alexander Zverev, has been eliminated in a stunning first-round exit. The German, widely considered one of the favorites, became the highest-ranked player to crash out early at the ATP Masters 1000 event in California. Zverev's loss indirectly benefits suspended world number 1 Jannik Sinner, as it delays any immediate threat to his ranking. It also presents a golden opportunity for Carlos Alcaraz, who is pushing to climb closer to the number 2 spot currently held by Zverev. Despite being the clear favorite on paper, Zverev struggled against Dutch player Tallon Griekspoor, ranked number 43 in the world. Historically, the head-to-head record favored Zverev, 6-1, but he had always found Griekspoor to be a tricky opponent. This time, the Dutchman delivered a remarkable performance, capitalizing on Zverev's unforced errors and sealing a surprise victory. Zverev's premature departure from the tournament shakes up the Indian Wells draw and significantly alters the path for other title hopefuls. With one of the biggest threats now out of contention, Alcaraz's road to the final appears slightly more manageable. However, with Novak Djokovic still in the mix, along with formidable opponents such as Daniil Medvedev, Taylor Fritz, and Andrei Rublev, the battle for the trophy is far from settled. As the action unfolds in Indian Wells, all eyes will be on Carlos Alcaraz to see if he can navigate through the challenges, overcome rising threats like Quentin Halys, and continue his dominance in the Californian desert. Will the Spanish sensation secure his third straight title, or will the changing landscape of the tournament produce another shock result? The answers will unfold on the courts of Indian Wells in what promises to be an electrifying competition. This time, Zverev found himself in an exhausting battle, pushing himself to the limit as he fended off 5 match points before ultimately succumbing in a tense tiebreak. Despite his valiant effort to turn the match around, he could not avoid defeat. His opponent secured a career-defining victory, marking the first time he had managed to overcome a top 5 player, a testament to the ever-increasing competitiveness of the ATP Tour. Carlos Alcaraz now sees a golden opportunity following Zverev's unexpected loss to Talon Griekspoor. With the German failing to advance, the path to climbing the ATP rankings has opened significantly for the young Spaniard. If Alcaraz can successfully defend his Indian Wells title, he will narrow the gap between himself and Zverev to just 400 points. With the Miami Open and the entire clay court season still ahead, this presents a major chance for Alcaraz to surpass his rival and solidify his position among the elite of men's tennis. Alcaraz begins his title defense on Saturday night against the in-form Frenchman Quentin Halys, a player who has shown flashes of brilliance in recent weeks. While the Spaniard is undoubtedly the heavy favorite in this matchup, the unpredictable nature of this tournament so far serves as a stark reminder that complacency is not an option. The opening days of Indian Wells have already witnessed shocking upsets, with 2 top contenders, Casper Ruud and Alexander Zverev, falling early. Ruud was eliminated by Marcos Giron, while Zverev was taken down by Griekspoor, disrupting the expected trajectory of the tournament. For Zverev, this latest setback compounds his struggles over the past few weeks. The loss in Coachella Valley will cost him valuable ranking points, and although he still maintains a considerable lead, his position is becoming increasingly vulnerable. If Alcaraz manages to lift the Indian Wells trophy for the 3rd consecutive year, the race for the number 2 ranking will tighten significantly over the coming months. Zverev, fortunately, does not have a substantial number of points to defend from last year's results, but he will still drop 190 points, bringing his total down to 7,945. Meanwhile, Alcaraz, who is defending the full 1,000 points from his previous title, has a crucial challenge ahead. Should he emerge victorious again, his ranking will rise to 7,510, still slightly behind Zverev, but close enough to start envisioning a potential takeover. The upcoming Miami Open presents another pivotal moment in this battle for rankings supremacy. The gap of just over 400 points is not insurmountable, and Zverev will need to significantly raise his level, something he has struggled to do in recent months. In just 2 weeks, he will have to defend his semi-final appearance in Miami, but his biggest challenge will come during the clay court season. The German's only major title defense comes in Rome, where he triumphed last year, and he also has a sizable haul of points from his runner-up finish at Roland Garros. However, in other key clay tournaments such as Monte Carlo, Munich, and Madrid, he failed to progress beyond the quarterfinals. This creates a major problem for Zverev, as Alcaraz has very few points to defend outside of Roland Garros. If the Spaniard can capitalize on this situation, he could enter the French Open as the 2nd seed, putting himself in an even stronger position for the Grand Slam season. Meanwhile, Novak Djokovic has weighed in on another rising star in the tennis world, drawing comparisons between young Brazilian talent João Fonseca and Carlos Alcaraz. The Serbian legend, known for his sharp eye in recognizing future greats, has praised Fonseca's rapid rise and compared his qualities to those of Alcaraz. According to Djokovic, both the Brazilian and the Spaniard share an impressive level of professionalism, discipline, and dedication to their craft. Fonseca has been one of the most talked about breakthrough players in early 2025, making waves on the ATP circuit at just 18 years old. His name became widely recognized following his remarkable performance at the Australian Open, where he stunned Andrei Rublev in the first round, proving that he could compete against the best. Now competing in his first ATP Masters 1000 event at Indian Wells, Fonseca has continued to impress, prompting Djokovic to acknowledge his potential. "There's no doubt he has the talent to become a true superstar in this sport," Djokovic stated. The world number one admitted that he has not had the chance to meet Fonseca personally, but has closely observed his matches and sees striking similarities with Alcaraz. "From what I've seen on the court, he possesses a remarkable level of balance, composure, and professionalism, very much like what we saw with Alcaraz over the past 2 years," Djokovic commented during an event in Miami. Fonseca's performances in recent months have caught the attention of the entire tennis world. His standout showing at the Rio Open earned him widespread praise from established stars, including Alexander Zverev, Stefanos Tsitsipas, and Carlos Alcaraz, all of whom have acknowledged his immense potential. With each tournament, the Brazilian teenager is proving that he is not just another promising young player but a serious contender for the future of men's tennis. As the Indian Wells tournament progresses, the spotlight remains firmly on Alcaraz's campaign, his battle for the number 2 ranking, and whether he can capitalize on Zverev's early exit. Meanwhile, João Fonseca's emergence adds another layer of intrigue to an already thrilling season. With high stakes across the board, the ATP Tour is witnessing a generational shift, and the fight for supremacy has never been more intense. This growing recognition has fueled immense expectations regarding his future, firmly establishing him as one of the brightest rising stars in professional tennis. With each strong performance, João Fonseca continues to draw the attention of the tennis world. And now, none other than Novak Djokovic has spoken about his potential. The Serbian legend, widely regarded as one of the greatest players in history, has openly expressed his admiration for the young Brazilian and shared his insights on what it means to be in such a position at an early stage in one's career. Djokovic, who himself experienced the pressures of being a tennis prodigy, recognizes the extraordinary talent that Fonseca possesses and understands the unique challenges that come with achieving success at such a young age. The world number one has seen firsthand how the journey from promising newcomer to established elite player unfolds, and he believes Fonseca has what it takes to make that leap. "It's an incredible feeling when you're young and competing at a high level," Djokovic remarked. "At that stage, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain." He highlighted how the support and enthusiasm of fans, along with the recognition from the tennis community, can serve as a powerful boost to a young player's confidence, accelerating their development both on and off the court. The Serbian emphasized that this early success can be a game-changer, providing young athletes with the belief and momentum necessary to reach new heights. However, Djokovic also took a moment to warn Fonseca about the inevitable pressures that accompany early stardom. The excitement of rapid success often brings with it increased scrutiny, higher expectations, and mounting pressure, both self-imposed and external. At some point, all this attention turns into expectations, from himself and from others, Djokovic explained. He stressed that learning to manage that pressure is a critical factor in achieving long-term success. Many young players have struggled under the immense weight of expectations, unable to maintain their trajectory despite their early promise. His words serve as both encouragement and a cautionary lesson for Fonseca. Djokovic's experience offers valuable insight, and his message is clear. While early success is an incredible stepping stone, the real challenge lies in sustaining that success over time. The key, according to Djokovic, will be for Fonseca to remain grounded, stay committed to his development, and build a strong foundation that will allow him to handle the increasing demands of professional tennis. If Fonseca can navigate these challenges effectively, he has the potential to follow in the footsteps of players like Carlos Alcaraz and establish himself as one of the sport's next great champions. His talent, coupled with the right mindset and preparation, could propel him to the highest levels of the game. The world is watching, and with each match, he has the opportunity to prove that he is not just another rising star, but a future icon in the making.